This is the Kimber Stainless Pro Carry II chambered in 45 ACP. It's an excellent 1911 with one downside. According to the manual, the recoil spring needs to be replaced every 800 rounds. I have a lot more than that through it, and I've just started to get periodic failures to feed. So we're going to replace the entire guide rod assembly with this flat wire recoil spring kit from Wilson Combat. According to their website, this spring has a service life of 40,000 rounds. So it's a little better. To begin, pick up your empty Kimber and assume it's loaded. Lock open your slide and locate the hole at about the 1030 position in your guide rod. Once you have located the hole, place the short side of the takedown tool that comes with your gun all the way through the guide rod. If you have lost this tool, you can use a bent paper clip. Gently release the slide forward until it comes to rest on the takedown tool. With your thumb placed at the rear of the slide, line up the notch in the slide with the slide stop. Then push the slide stop from the other side and remove it from the gun. This allows you to then remove the slide from the frame of the pistol. Like so. This is the old guide rod assembly. You can see how that takedown tool is used to retain the spring plug and spring, which can cause some damage, but we'll take a look at that in a second. Make sure your barrel link is down and pull your barrel out the front of your slide. This is the old guide rod assembly that we are replacing. It is a round spring with a large diameter guide rod. This is the damage I mentioned earlier. The recoil spring puts a lot of pressure on the takedown tool and it causes these gouges on the front of the spring plug, which doesn't look great. Here is the new Wilson Combat flat wound recoil spring. You can see it is substantially longer than the stock round spring. Because of that flat profile of the Wilson Combat spring, the guide rod requires a smaller diameter in order to fit inside the recoil spring. Here is our new spring plug without any gouges in it. The finish on it perfectly matches the slide of my stainless Pro Carry II. It's going to look really nice when we're done. Now to reassemble, simply reverse the disassembly. Insert your barrel through the front of your slide and flip up the barrel link. Then secure your spring plug into place. Then take your guide rod and spring and carefully compress them between the spring plug and the barrel link. This is a lot easier than I'm making it look. For filming purposes, I have my arms stretched out in front of me. Once in place, you'll see the barrel link fits into the groove in the guide rod. Return your slide to the frame of the gun and line up the notch in the slide with the hole for the slide stop. Then place the slide stop through the hole. You may need to pull back slightly on the slide to line it up perfectly. Then that same notch needs to move back over here to allow the slide stop to click into place. Just like so. Now it's all back together, but it does need some lubrication. Use whatever oil you like. I'm going to put a few drops here on the new guide rod and on the muzzle because it seems a little dry. This isn't a cleaning, but just make sure your gun is oiled properly. Then wipe off any excess. Here's how it looks when it's all installed. Look how much better that new spring plug looks. Let's see if it performs. Let's go test it out. I'm keeping my grip a little loose to feel the recoil impulse, and it does seem nicer. It also had 0 malfunctions, even with me gripping loosely. The nicer recoil is an added bonus, but the real reason to upgrade to Wilson Combat's flat wire recoil spring kit is for the much longer service life and the toolless field stripping. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.